The water crisis in Iran refers to the problems regarding water scarcity in Iran. Water scarcity can be a result of two mechanisms: physical water scarcity and economic water scarcity, where physical water scarcity is a result of inadequate natural water resources to supply a region's demand, and economic water scarcity is a result of poor management of the sufficient available water resources. Iran's main concerns regarding the water crisis include high climatic variability, poor distribution of water, and prioritization of economic development. Unimproved. 3.8% unimproved. 10% rainfall in Iran is highly seasonal, with a rainy season between October and March that leaves the land extremely dry for the remainder of the year. Immense seasonal variations in flow characterize Iran's rivers. For example, the Karun River in Khuzestan carries water during periods of maximum flow that is 10 times the amount borne in dry periods. In numerous localities, there may be no precipitation until sudden storms, accompanied by heavy rains, dump almost the entire year's rainfall in a few days. Water shortages are compounded by the unequal distribution of water. Near the Caspian Sea, rainfall averages about 1,280 mm per year. But in the Central Plateau and in the lowlands to the south it seldom exceeds 100 mm. Iran's susceptibility to high variation in temperature and precipitation has led to the creation of dams and reservoirs to regulate and create a more stable water flow throughout the country. Iran is expected to have a mean temperature increase of 2.6 degrees Celsius and a 35% decrease in precipitation within the next few decades. This could potentially exacerbate current drought and crop production issues. Internal renewable water resources are estimated at 128.5 billion cubic meters, is already more than the estimated safe yield of the 4.3 bcm per year in 1993 used for domestic purposes. 61% is supplied from surface water and 39% from groundwater. For example, Greater Tehran, with its population of more than 13 million, is supplied by surface water from the La Dam on the La River in the northeast of the city, the Latyam Dam on the Jajrud River in the north, the Karaj River in the northwest, as well as by groundwater in the vicinity of the city. Provinces of Gilan, Mazandaran and Isfahan have the highest efficiency of irrigation with 54, 52 and 42% respectively, and Khuzestan province has the lowest irrigation efficiency with 38%. Tap water consumption in the country is 70% over and above the global average. 16 bcm of water was used for power generation in 1999. As of 2014, Iran is using 70% of its total renewable freshwater, far above the upper limit of 40% recommended according to international norms. Water pollution is caused by industrial and municipal wastewater, as well as by agriculture. Concerning municipal wastewater, the bulk of collected sewage is discharged untreated and constitutes a major source of groundwater pollution and a risk to public health. In a number of cities without sanitary sewerage, households discharge their sewage through open rainwater drains. Most drinking water in Iran is supplied through modern infrastructure, such as dams, reservoirs, long-distance transmission pipelines, some of which are more than 300 kilometers long, and deep wells. An estimated 60,000 traditional Karez systems in the plateau regions of Iran in Yazd, Khorasan and Kerman are still in use today for irrigation and drinking water supply in rural areas and small towns. The oldest and largest known Karez is in the Iranian city of Gonabad, which after 2,700 years still provides drinking and agricultural water to nearly 40,000 people. Its main well depth is more than 360 meters and its length is 45 kilometers. It is estimated that there are as many as 500,000 deep and shallow wells in the country. There are 42 large dams under operation in Iran with a combined storage capacity of 33 bcm per year. These dams lose about 200 million cubic meters of storage capacity every year due to sedimentation. Most dams are multipurpose dams for hydropower, irrigation, flood control and, in some cases, drinking water supply. In December 2013, Hamid Chichian, head of the Ministry of Energy, which is in charge of regulating the water sector, stated that the sector's situation had reached critical levels. He correctly established that past approaches, which mainly focused on constructing dams and trying to increase the storage capacity, would no longer be appropriate remedies. In fact, total storage capacity behind the country's many dams amounts to 68 billion cubic meters, whereas the water potential of the country's rivers totals 46 billion cubic meters per annum. In July 2013, Issa Kalantri, the Minister of Agricultural under President Hashmi Rafsanjani, told Ghanun newspaper that the water crisis is the main problem that threatens Iran, adding that it is more dangerous than Israel, USA or political fighting among the Iranian elite. If the water